You like Journey?
I just found this in Mub's closet.
That was a really fantastic band when I was like 12 years old in 6th grade, dating Becky Inman and going to the roller rink with her with the disco ball. But anyway, that's not what we're here for about right now. What are you seeing here?
A mango.
Yeah? How's it look?
Looks a little grumpy.
A little grumpy? Got a few little dead twigs, but look, there's a whole bunch of foliage on it. It's actually, holding its own. But how does the climate feel right here?
It's a little cold in this corner.
Why is that?
Because it's out of the sun.
It's out of the sun. And you think this is not an ideal spot that your dad put this mango in?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah? What would be more ideal?
Probably where it's sunny on the other side of the garden.
Do you know why your dad did this?
Because he didn't know what he was doing?
No, he knew exactly what he was doing. He wanted to see in one of the cooler climates in the Bay Area, Richmond maritime climate. If you planted a mango, see this mango actually had a problem with its trunk. We didn't discover that. Maybe it's healed over by now. But it had a problem with its trunk. Oh no, right here. Is that it? Oh yeah, look. See this? I didn't see that until I had the plant here in the nursery, so I didn't want to sell it. So I decided I didn't have anywhere to put it really, except right here. I had the idea to have it drape over the Baja Van mutt, which would look really good.
Rhea?
Which meant that I had to plant it on the north face of the Baja Van, totally in the shade. And I thought, let's plant it in the worst case scenario and just see what it does as an experiment. And that's the worst case scenario. It's the end of February. Every year, it kind of, don't go anywhere. It kind of dies back a little bit. You just cut off these pieces and then it comes roaring back in spring. We've actually gotten fruit off this tree, believe it or not. So we'll see if it ever gets to the size where it's draping over the van. The van's covered up because of the rain. Now, let's walk over here, Ray. Right now it's like February. What's the date, Ray? February 23rd? Something like that. I want you to stand right over there. Believe it or not, there is a very beautiful VW Baja van in here. It's not watertight though. It was given me for free. How's it feel there?
It's a lot warmer.
How much warmer?
Probably like 10 degrees.
Almost like hot, like too hot to stand there, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this would be a much more ideal spot for the mango tree. Maybe I should just plant it right there. Take this table out.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, there it is. Look, it's starting to come over the top right there. So the dream is happening. And look, it looks kind of lush from here. But this is what the illustration I wanted to make, people. We even have them surviving in really bad shaded conditions where I would forbid you from planting one out of just pure respect of the plant and not wanting it to suffer. But I did put one back there. Just wanted to see what would happen, see if that thing would grow. So jury's still out. Ideally, it'll get like that big right there. You'll have mangoes hanging on it over the beautiful van. But that's where you want like this spot right here. It's reflecting all this heat facing southwest. I mean, it's like hot. Right here is hot. As you come away from this, it gets cooler and cooler and cooler and cooler. It's still warm out here. But the closer it is to something like that, the better. And let me show you the ideal spot. Well, here's a good spot that Kyle came up with. The winter sun comes into here. It's got overhead protection so the frost doesn't get in here. And so like maybe we should plant one right there in the ground, let it fill out this whole spot. They'll get a lot bigger in the ground, but these are just plants for sale. The other spot, which is ideal, even this is probably the most ideal spot in the whole Bay Area right over here. We throw some of our plants that didn't sell over winter. We grow these in San Diego. The ones that don't sell over winter, before winter comes, we throw them out here. Like this is the south face building. And not only does it have overhead frost protection, we have asphalt out here. It builds up a ton of heat. We have all this concrete, all the light hits and reflects into here. The windows reflect it back. And here is where we put these guys. Look, they're even actively growing in the middle of winter because there's so much heat over here in the wintertime. And so this is where they'll sit. They do get a little funky. All of them get a little funky in the winter. That's just the way it is. But they'll come roaring out in spring. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the ideal mango growing. That's a long story. That's another video maybe. But anyway, I want to show you, like, this is such an ideal spot in here. If you're up on top of the hills, like the Berkeley Hills or something like that faces west or south, even better. And if you have a spot like this, if you're up there and you have a spot like this, is even better yet. So these are kind of like the conditions that you really should be trying to plant a mango in. You could probably plant it out just anywhere, and you know, it might have a shot. But if you plant it in areas like this, near the buildings or, you know, protected spots like that, I think you're really going to have a high success rate. So keep that in mind when you're trying to plant some mangoes.